What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today I have this flashlight from Nitecore. The model number is MT2c Pro, the new Pro version of it. Three quick things before we get into it. One, it's way too nice to be inside in the studio, so we're outside today. Two, I just opened my beautiful pool. Does anybody want to come over and jump in and go for a swim? Three, I have a new mic. I have this fancy DJI mic. I have no idea even if it's working. Let me know how it sounds. If you've watched any of my videos, let me know how the audio sounds, please and thank you. Now let's get right into this. This little flashlight has 1800 lumens on high, 50 lumens on low, 67,000 candela. You get that performance out of a 4-inch flashlight. And it's sub $100, way sub $100. So a lot of value here. Your runtime on high is going to be a little over 2 hours. On low is going to be 28 hours. Now those specs are with the included 18650 battery. It's a Nitecore battery, 3600 milliamp, and it has the USB-C built into it, and that's how you charge or recharge that battery. However, it is a dual fuel. Now my chickens are going. It is a dual fuel. So if you want to use two CR123s, you can. Obviously, the lumens, the candela, the runtime, and all that stuff is going to be lower. Like all flashlights, it's going to be lower with two CR123s. All right, before I get into the controls and everything, let me quickly thank the biggest supporter of the channel, which is Notches. They have a ton of flashlights. They don't have any Nitecore, but they do have a ton of flashlights if that's what you're in the market for. Plus, all the other cool guy outdoor accessories you may need. They always have a lot of good deals. Link down below if you want to check them out. I appreciate it. All right, the button on this bad boy is protected. So if you want to, here, I'll show you. If you want to tail cap stand it and umbrella light it, you can do so. That will not be a problem. It also protects it, makes it a little easier for it to get accidentally pressed in your pocket. Now, when you're turning it on and off, anything that has a protected cap is slightly, and I mean slightly, more difficult to push than an open cap. Not a big deal, but I always like to mention it. Now, the important controls. The controls are a little unique. The common part is a half press gives you constant, a full press gives you momentary. That's pretty standard. The unique part is it cycles from high to low every time you turn it on and off. So what I mean is there's your high, I'm gonna let go, there's your low. High, low, high, low. Same thing with constant. There's your high, there's your low, there's your high, there's your low. So those controls don't bother me at all. As long as I can have a high when I want it, I'm good. If it's not your jam, Nitecore has a lot of other flashlights with different controls, and you can pick something different, but it didn't bug me at all. The clip seems very solid. It's a stainless steel clip. The body, of course, is aluminum, has some nice texturing on it, has an anodized finish, and when you take the head off, the threads are also protected. They're not raw threads. The head is very, very smooth. Obviously, that's how you take your battery in and out, like I showed you earlier. There's an O-ring in there as well because this bad boy is waterproof, which we tested, of course. The reflector is fairly deep. Hopefully that wind's not too bad with this new microphone. The reflector is fairly deep, and that's part of the reason you get some good candela. For you LED geeks out there, it is a UHI 20. I don't know why anybody cares, but I get that question now and then, so I figured I would mention it. All right, last night I stepped outside and did the beam comparison already. So I already recorded this, and I did the beam comparison on flashlights similar in size, smaller, and larger. And we shouldn't compare the quality of the beam for a light this to half its size or a light twice its size. I do this because I want to make sure you get the light right for your needs. So that's like we compared it to a cloud light that was literally twice the price, twice the size. Of course, it's going to have a tighter, brighter light. That's just the way it is. But do you need it for what you're using it for? And I did it to a very small stream light. Again, the stream light didn't look nearly as good, but do you need this much lumens and candela was the point of how I do my beam comparison. So let's go do that quick beam comparison, and I'll be right back. All right, let's start with the Nitecore. This is what it looks like on high. That fence is, oh, I don't know, 15 yards away. And this is what it looks like on low. There's a lot more spill in reality than what the phone picks up. Next up, we have another Nitecore, an EDC33. I don't remember the lumens and the candela on this light. I'll put it up here on the screen, but it looks to be higher candela and lower candela, higher lumens. Stepping down a little bit, Streamlight Macro Stream, a lot less candela, a little bit less lumens. Again, just to show you what a different light looks like. This is the small Streamlight wedge, the XT wedge. Again, much less lumens, a little bit less lumens, and a lot less lumens and a lot less candela. This is the full-size Streamlight wedge. That's 300 lumens. This is the 1,000 lumens and very low candela, just a wall of light. All right, stepping up to a, wow, what a bright light. Stepping up to a brighter lights now. This is a Surefire Stiletto. I'll put the lumens and the candela on the screen. By looking at it, pretty low candela and decent lumens. Last and certainly not least, we have the Cloud Defense, the full-size handheld light. Forgot the model number. Super tight hotspot, very good spill, but again, twice the price and much bigger. So get the light that works for whatever you're using it for. If you guys wonder the snoring noise you always hear in the back of my videos, this is why you hear snoring in my videos. Anyway, the flashlight is 4.6 inches, so it's very small, 2.2 ounces, and costs less than $60. What a great value. And this is brand new, just coming out at 60 bucks. So eventually, if you're watching this video a couple months down the road or whatever, I'm sure they'll have it on sale or, you know, who knows what. Of course, I'll put a link down below. Make your life easy if you want to pick one up. Check it out. The link helps me out. Now, as far as testing, of course, we did the waterproof testing. I believe it's rated for 2 or 3 meters underwater. I'll put it up here on the screen because I forgot. We dropped it in a cup of water for half hour, no problems there. It's the drop test is rated for up to 2 meters. That's what we did. We dropped it from about 4 or 5 feet or so, which I know is not quite 2 meters, but we dropped it. No issues there. Sorry again about the wind. We did do, oh, well, windy. We did do a runtime test as well. I did it on high for 2 hours because I'm not sitting there on low for 28 hours. Put it on my table with fully charged batteries, and it did last well over 2 hours. Finally, EDC, I've had this in my pocket for well over a month now. It's going on a trip with me. I went to a vacation to St. John. At the time you're watching this video, I'll more than likely be in Dallas or Atlanta for a work trip. So it's been on some trips, it's been in my pocket and normal EDC type activities. I dropped the keys, what's that noise, all that good stuff. So it has gotten, I have given it a good amount of use. The biggest pro is obviously going to be the price, the value, what you get for your money. Obviously it's made overseas, but for less than 60 bucks, you get a ton of lumens, you get a ton of candela, and a very, very small flashlight. I do like the tail cap stand. I like to use my light as an umbrella light, so I prefer it that way. Has a very, very solid clip, and I think aesthetically, it's a pretty good looking aesthetic light. Cons, I personally don't have a con, but I am gonna mention the controls again. If it's not your jam, Nitecore has very similar lights with different control patterns. But it's always good to have different options out there. Some people will probably love it, some people probably won't. I'm not all that picky, I guess. Overall, it's a small, affordable, rechargeable light. Not a bad option if that's kind of what you're looking for, something inexpensive but high quality. I got chickens and dogs and everyone making noise. So let's end this video now. Let me remind you of the links down below. Let me thank Natchez one more time for being the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gib channel. Those chickens are not happy. I hope you can hear them because I don't know what they're arguing about, but those ladies are crazy. Most important though, forget about all that. Thank you guys for watching. It is truly, truly appreciated. I truly mean it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. That stuff really helps. Means the world to me. I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go yell at my chickens. Peace.